like an isolation booth, but it's like where everyone can see you.
Yeah, you're the evil
demon. So while
demon.
I'm queued up, now get this, while I'm queued up, waiting to be patted down by a woman, I see a man with a myoelectric arm, one of those electronic, prosthetic hands. They made him take it off.
Oh, of course. Any amount of humiliation is more enjoyable to train the slaves, because he might have a bomb in the prosthesis. Amazing. So how did this end?
Well, the way it went down was finally, after waiting, it was almost like they were trying to make a spectacle of me, because I really had to wait for quite some time.
No, you notice these stories are all the same. The Homeland Security admits, this is not my opinion, that they're trying to humiliate you to accept it. They're training everyone else, submit to whatever we do. Imagine what comes after this, Margot.
Well, see, it gets worse and worse. I mean, because, by the time the female inspector gets there, my travel partner, is being held up. And, I've got my camera equipment on the conveyor
Your
belt.
Al-Qaeda partner? Hmm?
Well, I mean, think about it. I've got $3,000 worth of camera equipment. I have a Nikon D300 and a $1,500 lens on this conveyor belt, and I'm getting kind of antsy because all my equipment, is going through while they're holding me up. And so they interpreted my, impatience.
You must have been Al-Qaeda because guilt. You didn't want to be radiated. So how did it end? I got to get to others. How did it end?
She groped me really brusquely. I mean, she literally squeezed my breast, and this was 2008. So that's not even.
She squeezed your Al-Qaedas.
Yeah, and here's what I don't understand. They've been doing this same drill for years, for almost a decade, and yet they give you more room to place your belongings in a box than they give you space to put everything back, and then they yell at you when you're trying to, put your belongings back together after discombobulating, and there's no consistency. One person will tell you, no, you don't have to take this out or turn this on, and then you go through it, and then they stop you and tell you you have to turn it on or you have to take it out. It's like they're having fun with us.
No, they laugh at everybody. It's all part of the enjoyment. I appreciate your call. Good to hear from you, Margot. Sean in Illinois, you're on the air worldwide.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Al-Qaeda. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for the shout-out during your 24-hour broadcast. First of all, before I tell you my experience, every airport I've ever been to, they have a Chili's or an Applebee's or somewhere like that. And if you order the
an Al-Qaeda-bees. If you eat a hamburger, it's Al-Qaeda. So you were at an Al-Qaeda-bees.
No, but if you order a steak, they give you a steak knife once you're already in there. So
you're obviously Al-Qaeda then. So what happened?
Anyways, I went through this is in O'Hare at the United Terminal. They were searching a woman, and they undid her bra.
Her Al-Qaeda. So they undid her Al-Qaeda. It was to keep us safe. So what happened? So they undid her bra. Well, they might as well just have sex with her to prove, because they've got to check to make sure she's not Al-Qaeda. How about proctology exams where they put you up on a gurney in front of everyone just to make sure there's not a bomb in there?
Well, here's what I did. I called the airlines, and I called my credit card. I canceled my airline points. I transferred everything to hotel points, and that's the way I'm protesting.
Well, that's what's going to take, is people saying no to this system. And, again, if they can force this through, do you realize how key this is? If they can force this through, Sean, they can get away with anything.
I can say it's Ron Paul 2012, my friend.
God bless you. Good to hear from you. Let's talk to another evil Al-Qaeda. Michael in Texas. Of course, real Al-Qaeda dines at the Pentagon, but we're not real Al-Qaeda, so we're evil. Michael in Texas, you're on the air.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm evil, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, it happened to me. I was going through Fort Lauderdale, and
Al-Qaeda Dale.
Yeah, and so then I said I was gonna not do. I chose not to do it, and they scream, opt out and all that stuff.
Opt out! Oh my God! Make him submit to us! Oh.
Yeah, exactly, and so then the guy grabs my nuts and everything and does all this.
Your
stuff.
Al-Qaedas. He grabbed your Al-Qaedas.
Yeah, and get this, and so then I'm standing there and I go, and I'm saying out loud, I can't believe this. Is this what America is coming to? And so then they had a guy follow me through the airport.
Oh, because you dared speak to a god grabbing your genitals? How dare you not love it, boy? It's freedom.
Yeah,
We're getting ready to take your pension fund, boy. You shouldn't be angry.
Yeah, and so then the guy was following me through the airport, and then he asked me some questions. He goes, "Sir, this girl lost her camera and her camera phone."
Yeah, that's part of the mental illness, implying you're a criminal because you dared speak out against a man grabbing your testicles. How dare you? It's all part of their mental illness that you're bad. Oh, so how did this end? He's following you around. He's been groping women all day and small children, and now he's asking you, did you steal something, Al-Qaeda? He's got to make you the bad man. So how did this end?
And then that I was sitting down, and then two guys just. And so I gave him. He goes, "Well, do you know the area code of Austin?" So I gave it, and then he walked away. And then him and another guy watched me sit there for the rest of the time while I.
They watched you again. In the airports. The secret police are being trained to go nationwide. He didn't like his genitals being grabbed. He's a weirdo. If we walked up in a park and grabbed them, he would assault us. But here we can do it. He dare questioned us. What's your area code? We're watching you. You may be planning something.
Yeah, and also because my brother died in 9/11 in the first tower. He
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and so I really thank you for what you're doing. And people gotta. I mean, see, I'm not a victim because I'm calling and speaking out.
How dare you?
You know. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. So, and something that they do is the people watching me were afraid at me going.
Oh, yes, they're afraid of you saying no to your genitals being grabbed. He's an extremist. He doesn't like pot-bellied pedophiles grabbing his genitals. What are we going to do? The men with turbans may kill us. They're everywhere. Al-Laki's at the White House, but everything's okay. I appreciate your call. Let's talk to, who's up next here, John? Let's go to Al-Qaeda in Texas. Al-Qaeda, you didn't submit to the new rent-a-cop scourge, saviors?
Al-Qaeda?
Abby, you're not Al-Qaeda, are you?
Sorry, you cut out when you said Abby.
No, Abby, you're not with Al-Qaeda. Well, Abby starts with an A, total proof.
Apparently I am with Al-Qaeda. I flew out of Austin. This was just this last weekend.
Oh, evil.
And into Fort Lauderdale, and the trip there was uneventful pretty much. But the trip back, they tried to put me through the naked body scanner. And when I got up to everybody else, they funneled through the X-ray.
Those were good Americans.
Metal detector. And all of a sudden they pulled me out of the line and made me go over to the other line. And there was nobody else in the other line. I'm the only one there. And I'm 51 years old. My smoking hot days are behind me.
You're Al-Qaeda. No, you're so dangerous.
That's the only thing I can figure.
Al-Qaeda.
I told the guy, I said, I don't do radiation. And so he started hollering and waving his hand.
How dare she? We're here being roasted by it. This person can think, opt out. So how did this end?
Well, they had the girl do the pat down with me in front of God and everybody. And then they decided to take me to another more private area.
A little perv
and
area.
I'm laughing because I don't want them to think that they're intimidating me, so I'm kind of joking. The first girl was kind of nervous.
Well, it's a private area for their enjoyment, but what happened next?
Well, then she got her supervisor, and the thing that's freaking me out the most...
Her perv advisor? So what happened to the mega perv?
Well, they both had on gloves, and they didn't go under my clothing, but they did, But the thing was, the supervisor took my name and birth date on a little scrap of paper.
They love to put you on a no-fly list. That'll teach you.
Right. Well, I've learned my lesson. So,
they'll teach you well.
She just wrote it on a little scrap of paper, which I thought was kind of unprofessional.
Oh, they're so professional.
But then when you were talking about getting DNA on the gloves... that's a great way to combine the name and date of birth with
they take baby's blood. They take baby's blood at birth to make sure they're not Al-Qaeda. The baby may be with Al-Qaeda.
Right, exactly.
All right, well, thank you, Al-Qaeda. Good to talk to you. We're almost out of time. And we got Charles in Florida and others. I'll be back tomorrow live, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've gone into an hour of overdrive today. But this is all mind control. They have staged these events. But the good news is the giant that is free humanity is awakening. We know who runs al-Qaeda. We know the terror attacks are staged. The bankers planned this takeover. They wrote all this down. They planned all this. They planned to kill the dollar. They planned to put a police state in place. Rand Corporation, we've reported it with insiders. They're not going to get away with it. This is a bunch of Bernie Madoff, Ken Lay-type criminals that think they are going to have their way with us, and they're not. And I go over the news right here. We'll continue tomorrow with all of this. Global economy. Obama returns fire after China slams Fed move as they kill the dollars. ATMs crash across the country as bank holiday warning. UN calls for higher taxes to combat climate change. They must have the new funds to fund their world government, or Al-Qaeda will get us. I've got hiccups, a rarity on the radio. Give me a document cam shot on this, please. Bank tax, CO2 auctions recommended by Soros, panel to help climate efforts. Zolik seeks gold standard debate. They want a new gold standard. At the end of this special 4-hour transmission, I want to bring up the one, the only Ted Anderson, because, yes, he's the network owner. Yes, he pitches gold and silver. And, yes, he's selling gold and silver at a price where he loses money. Ted, briefly, gold today above $1,400, silver, above $27 an ounce. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is huge news, and you've got gold and silver you bought 3 weeks ago. You're about to run out of that. It's already gone up a little bit. People need to take action right now with gold and silver, Ted.
Well, they sure should take action. Actually, Alex, gold hit 14.1160 already today.
14 Al-Qaeda.
And then silver, $27.74.
But, Ted, those gold coins may Al-Qaeda.
That's right. They may.
Al-Qaeda.
You're going to be considered a terrorist if you don't want to take this fiat money that they're pushing out there. You know, Alex, the very best.
No, that's not a joke. They actually say in MIAC and Homeland Security that gold ownership is Al-Qaeda, Ted.
Oh, I know it. It's absolute
Al-Qaeda.
Absolute craziness. But anyways, $89, Alex, for 3 of your DVD videos. And silver dollars, 3 of them to go with it.
3 silver dollars, 3 films, $160 value. Shipping is included in that. You lose major money. Ted, why are you doing this insane deal?
Well, I mean, for starters, it gets the message out there. That's the main thing. You get a chance to know who Midas Resources is. There's another reason. The thing about it is people need to wake up. And this is like, hey, if you're a little guy and you need to get started, I can't make it much easier for you.
Fall of the Republic, Obama deception endgame, $60 value, free shipping. The silver dollars at or below cost, $87, 3 silver dollars, above $87, folks, for the 3 silver dollars, 3 films and free shipping, 800-686-2237. And you support this vicious, evil patriot movement that is dominating the globalist, waking the people up. You're part of the revolution in all of this. Tell folks briefly about the gold and silver coins you've got. What are silver half dollars, Ted?
Well, right now the silver half dollars are at $12.84. The gold coins, the francs, are at $3.04. Sovereigns are at $3.81. All that stuff is going to move up again in price. So, I mean, gold went up from the $1,380 level, now $1,411.
Oh, wow. They announced they're killing the dollar and gold went up. Gee, that wasn't hard to predict.
Yeah, no, it's just like falling down easy. 800-686-2237. Again, 800-686-2237. Call us now. Don't wait on this one.
Ted, when are you going up on those great prices on gold and silver? Obviously, you got to buy more gold and silver. You got great contacts in Europe, but when's it going up?
Well, let me just say this. I'm holding it today till midnight, okay?
800-686-2237, 800-686-2237 to get Al-Qaeda gold and silver coins. The bankers openly are hoarding it. Maybe you shouldn't get it. Great job to the crew. 4-hour transmission. Great job to the Drudge Report. Great job to all our listeners. Back live tomorrow, 11 a.m. Tell folks about the transmission. We're going to win this thing. Oh,
thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com
The Patriot movement's
today.
on fire. The bankers are in trouble.
To create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing